Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. Hope everyone's having a great weekend and had a great week. So, let me get my desktop all set up before we get started here, and we will get into it. All right. Let me just shrink this down a little bit here. All right. And all right. I think we are good there. Let's make sure that's live. And there is the email from YouTube saying we are good to go. So before we get started here, didn't put my singing bowl over here. Let's send some love out to the world, and then we'll get into it here. Let me just adjust my microphone. So as we do, all of us can join together, whether you're live or on replay, to send love out to the world and never underestimate the impact that has on the world. There's a great video that I was watching, which I'll reference in this Sunday's podcast, because it's all been about energy and sending it out to the world. And right in the middle of writing out this podcast and getting all the information together, I was like, I'm gonna go get something to eat and just see what's out there. And I had a video that I watched, and it was all about sending energy out to the world. And I'm like, how perfect is that? So let's do that. Let's send some love. First, we will take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, in the moment. So let's do that. And as I hit the singing bowl, we'll let that love come down, fill us up, and flow out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let's put that back there. Let it continue to do its little song, and we'll get into it. Let's see what else first. Before we jump into everything, do want to make sure everyone knows, like I mentioned, my podcast From Chaos to Cozy. We did put out the episode last Sunday is called The Hedge, and we'll continue with love energy on this Sunday. But this is the link to this last of the podcast and the playlist if you want to catch up on those too. I didn't mention my hedges that I offer are half off for the rest of May. So they're regular $50. Now they're $25. It's a 2-week process. If you want to know more about them, all that information's in the description box of the video too, if you'd like to check it. Let's see what else we had this week. We also had a special pick a card that came out on Wednesday. So if you want to check that out, here is the link to that. It's what's being pushed out of your life to make room for something new. So you can check that out. And then also, of course, we had a Taurus new moon on Monday. So last Wednesday's pick a card how to do with that. Plus, it talks in this video about how to make the most of your 10 new moon wishes. It's not too late to use that new moon energy to plant some new seeds. So you can do that. And of course, we are in Taurus season, so happy birthday to all you Taurus sun babies out there. This video has a 3-month bonus reading for you, and then there's a pick a card for the rest of us. So if you're interested in those, and then also if you haven't checked out May monthlies yet, we've got this playlist here, which has a monthly for each individual zodiac sign in there as well. So if you're interested in any of those, you have access to all that. All right. And I think we're good there. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor. And for all of you returning members and subscribers, thank you so much for coming back again. And I love your energy, and I couldn't do any of this without you. So a big thank you. And for all the thumbs up that you give the videos and the streams too, help spread the Zen love. And you are definitely part of that love tsunami. How the readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. All you do is put your question out in the chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, and Spirit knows what you're wanting, and we'll pull cards for that. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize them, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those too. And then once I'm done, I return back and move down the list. Donations can be made by the super chat. Also in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square that are listed there too. And there's no set dollar amounts. Whatever you feel you're able to give. I know everyone's finances vary from person to person, day to day, country to country. So I know you're giving from your heart. I know not everyone is able to donate as well. So there's never any pressure on that. And I generally will try to get through all free readings. If not during this session, once I leave and go spend time with my Praying Mantis members, I usually will come back and complete them out as well. So I think that's it. Let's get into it. So I know we have a few donations coming in. I have a PayPal that came in here as well. So I got that. Love 123. So we've got so Nelia, we have your 2 stickers. So thank you for those. We'll start with you, and then we'll bump over to Love 1234, and then back to Empress Beauty. So that's what we have so far. I am going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot for the donation readings. That's what the box looks like. And here's the side if you guys are interested in picking that up somewhere. Beautiful, one of the most beautiful tarot decks I have. I love all my children, though, all my tarot cards. So we'll start here, and then I'll show you the cards when we start the free readings for those. All right. So Nelia, smash that like button. I love it. And hello from Canada. Very cool. I'm in Colorado Springs, Colorado myself, kind of in the middle of the United States, near the Rocky Mountains at the base of Pikes Peak. It's a beautiful mountain. All right, Nelia. So thank you. And it's funny, you have offering a little little cheers with your sticker. And I actually I have raspberry zinger tea, which looks exactly, it's red like that. That's hilarious. I hope you're having a wonderful day too. So let's take a look here. First question is why you would leave your workplace. Okay. It is. It's good. It looks just like that little cup too. It's hilarious. All right. So why would you leave your workplace here? All right. All right. And then you've been for many years and you're an assistant director. Oh my goodness. Will you excel and do well in your next job career? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Yeah. Well, I do have confirmation here. It does sound like you're leaving with the 3 of Wands. You're definitely taking a new direction in your life with the 3 of Wands. It's like you've reached a destination and you're like, new information has you wanting to change directions. The first 2 cards that came out in answering to why you would leave your workplace, they're face down, I haven't seen them yet, but they came out like 2 X's. If you've ever watched, like, what is it, America's Got Talent when they meet, it's like, and this isn't you getting X's, it's like towards your company. I just feel like there's 2 things that, have disappointed, if that makes sense. It's like, it's like significant disappointments, if that makes sense. Let's look at the first one here. Yeah. So you've got the Spirit of Wands, which is your higher self, and the Two of Cups, which is an important relationship that comes in here. Now, we've got this the King of Wands, the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands, represents like your higher self and this drive, like this desire for something that you're wanting, to move higher. You wanting, to be like the king and not someone who is an advisor. I feel like an opportunity comes in for an important relationship with someone. Um, and I feel like it's business wise. I don't feel like it's like personal, but it's like there's this opportunity. And I kind of feel like what this is that there's opportunities that you want, but you keep getting passed over for an even higher position. That there's something like maybe your assistant director, and you've been wanting to be the director or something, like a position that's a movement. Either it's vertically up, not horizontal, but it's upward. But I feel like it's more this way. But it keeps being given to someone else. It's kind of what I feel like with this. It's like there's this un um, unfulfilled desire that you have, and it's like after the first time and the second time, and it's like, all right, I'm starting to get, the excuses are becoming kind of empty, if that makes sense. I don't know what that means. Um, and then the other thing that we have here is you've got the temperance, and here's the patience coming in, and the innocence of wands. The page of wands, a new passion, a new desire. Again, spirit of wands and the page of wands. Temperance is like you've been very, very patient, maybe even a little too patient. And I just feel like, again, there's this feeling of stagnation, this feeling of, you know, um, imbalance in a way, and a seeking of balance, um, that is here. So this is the kind of energy that's coming in there. And will you do good at another place? Yeah. And that King of Wands was kind of telling me too that there's something more you want to do with your life. You've got the Sage, which is the Hierophant. You having the capital T truths of who you truly want to be, what you truly want to do, what you want to achieve in your life. And the Naked Heart is a card that is unique to this deck, which I like to read because it's so well said here, of course, because this is about connection, it is about purpose, it is about higher self. In this Naked Heart, it says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. And as I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. And when I shine bright, I'm the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The Luna moth on the card whispers to you, you're brave, you're beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. And sometimes, if we feel like our heart is disconnected, we can ask ourselves, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? And that's what I feel like with this, with the leaving. Why would you leave this company you've been with forever? Well, I was with my company for like 20 over 20 years. And I left during COVID because I was just empty. I just didn't feel like I was living. I felt like I was existing. And this is my heart's desire, is to share the messages of the creator and of spirit with the world. And so I kind of feel like this is why you would be leaving, is to pursue something more in alignment with your higher self. Yeah. Sorry, my chair here keeps on squeaking. We've got the chariot, and we've got the spirit of cups, the king of cups. And this is the balancing of the heart and the mind card coming in with that. Again, another king, feeling like you are in the position, rather like you're the one making decisions. You're the one, not being an advisor, but being in charge. And the chariot is movement, it is victory, and it is power of choice that comes in. You also have the Tower card that comes in here, which I feel like there's going to be something sudden that happens that is just like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for something that makes my heart sing, that makes my heart dance, is a new one I heard today. And I love that because it is this energy of being more true to the authentic you, and getting out of your head of like, well, this is what I feel like I'm supposed to do, should do, all those things in our head, instead of our heart going, I want to say so. I'm tired of just existing. I want to live. And I feel like that's what comes in here, is that, and you can even start doing something while you're working there, but I feel like you will quickly, because the suddenness of the tower, it's like suddenly you're ready for movement and to go in a different direction. So I like that for you. Hopefully that makes sense there. And then, hey, happy birthday, Maria! Boom, boom, boom. Hope you're having fun today. So that's for that particular one there. And I feel like when you ask, will you excel and do well? I feel like because you're living and not just existing, you've got this energy, this excitement, this passion for it, that, you know, the way you look at doing well, has to do with how you feel, rather than abundance and this and that and stuff. I feel like it's not, you know, as important, because once you start to live, you're like, I don't need the things I need before. You can even downsize, and you're just like, it's not worth having all this stuff if I have to work that much and exist. If I downsize and then I can live instead. And I feel like this is like the big transformation that you're kind of going through there. Right. So that's for that one. And then for the puppy dog sticker, thank you for that donation. And so you're thinking of ordering supplements to better your health from a company called Activation. Is this a reputable company, and will these better your health? All right, very good. It's like Groundhog Day, right? Disclaimer, of course, I'm not a medical professional. Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only, and ultimately, everybody has to make their own decisions for their own self. With all that said, check out the disclaimer in the description box of the video, and we will pull some cards and see what comes in here. Yeah, right. Bill Murray. Same song every day. I love it. Such a good movie. All right, so let's take a look here and see, is this a reputable company? Let's take a look here. Is this a company you can trust? Okay, one card for that. All right. And will they help you with your health? All right, let's see what we have here. All right. We have the Innocence of Swords, which when we're asking if they're a reputable company, they're saying do your research, which I'm sure you will. But this is good. This is about seeing things from a higher perspective. Um, will they help you with your health? We have the Eight of Pentacles, which shows that this is putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, that they do work. We got the Four of Pentacles, which is stability in the outside world, stability with the body, the Four of Pentacles. You got Movement of Cups, Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion, which is good. I feel like it helps overall. It's a movement of meaning I feel better and I feel happier with it. And the Two of Swords, like they're saying here, it could go either way. It's like it's not a miracle drug, that it's going to do. I feel like it's a combination of things. But I feel like there's a choice between two different companies and to do your research for with it because we do have the moon card, which is about some unseen un you know unknown things that are here, and underneath that, the movement of swords. Um so I feel, underneath all of that too, you've got the 10 of Wands, which tells me a lot of a burden and a lot of stress and a lot of go, go, go energy that some of what's impacting your health can be also the distress, that we have, which is what brings us, when our body's not at ease, that's when there's dis-ease or when we feel worn out and tired too. So it could also be, one of the other things you can look at is evaluating what stress do you have in your life? Where are you investing all of your energy? And just kind of realigning your energy to, the things that seem urgent may not be as urgent as they appear. And the important things, sometimes they're not as urgent, and you can spread them out. You don't have to do everything all at the same time. But there is about this reclaiming of energy of where you're investing everything to where the stress level can drop. Because when we're stressed and we're in fear, then of course our body's going to fight or flight mode, and they don't work at their ultimate, um, you know, capacity, if that makes sense. So I like it. That's what they have for you. Hopefully that is helpful in your question there. So thank you again for your dual donations. I appreciate that very much. Right. And then love 1, 2, 3, 4. You were up next. Let me scroll down yonder there. Thank you for your donation. Let's give these a shuffle. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. So number one, let's take a look here. You're very welcome, Nelia. Let's take a look and see what we have about Mamacita. And then number two. Specifically about that. And then number three, how. All right. So there's May and there's June. Okay. And of course, if you want to know more about May, I have May monthlies out too, by each individual zodiac sign if you want to check for some even additional messages there. Wow. All right. Well, looks like this year for mom, you got the Six of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands is all about, success and victory, and uh, it's a good balanced energy with three wands on each side. And you got the Eight of Pentacles, which is the movement and the progression in the outside world too. Eight being a good flowy number of physically, so it feels good there. And then let's take a look here at the other um, question specifically for her. I do feel like she makes some adjustments with the Three of Wands. So I feel like she's adapting, making some good changes, because we've got movement of cups, which is Knight of Cups and Four of Cups, which emotional stability coming in, and with the Four of Cups, and then the movement of cups is happier. So I do feel like she's making some changes that is impacting her overall health, but her emotional health is very stable and feeling very good about what's happening here. I like that. I mean, I don't have any concerns that's coming up with these. Um, for May, you got the Two of Pentacles. So there is this balancing energy coming in here for May. It's like it's time for some change, because it feels like the time is running, not time is running out, but you know how like when the sand gets all the way through you, it's resetting a new timer. And there's this balance. And I feel like there is this underlying message of, you know, um, we have a lot of rush, 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 go, go, go. We tend to like set I think my chair is crooked. There we go. Our chair is crooked. You know, um, such high expectations. Try to get too much, like our to-do list is too long for it's not reasonable. And I feel like this is like set some reasonable goals for yourself, and understand that balance is important. And I feel like that's the big theme for May for you, and in addition to whatever you pick up on the May monthly. Yeah, June is a great month for you too. I mean, you got the Ten of Pentacles, which is about this feeling of abundance, this feeling of wholeness ongoing. And the Three of Pentacles is about being true to the authentic you too, with all this coming in here. There's just like this I want to say reward, but it is this, and it's not so much a reward as it is a repercussion. And a positive way of you being true to the authentic you allows you to get this abundance, this feeling of fullness and wholeness in June around it, where you really feel like things are really falling into place in your outside world and bringing a lot of, um, I don't want to say clarity, but security. I just feel like June is a big month of that, where things that normally would have kind of, I'd say, freaked you out, but that it feels good, it feels solid, it feels very flowy for you in the outside world. And all three of these, I mean, I feel like May and June are months, because you got Pentacles for both of them, that you are kind of outwardly focused on what's going on, in the human world, and kind of distracted from your inner world a little bit. I just feel like you're outward facing, um, really concerned about the physical world, and so there's like a little underlying message just to when you're feeling conflicted, because you do have the Five of Swords on the bottom, which is the inner conflict between your head and your heart. That do like trying to keep yourself too busy in the outside world doesn't solve things. It just extends them and amplifies them over time. So it's important to take time for you, journaling if you feel up to doing that. Um, you know, reflecting, if you do meditation, whatever you can do to just really look into whatever this inner conflict is, because it will just continue. And you'll continue to get um, like indicators and uh, flags from the outside world pointing you inward anyway. And so I like it for you. It seems very positive. It's just, I think it's just, it feels like a gentle reminder. Don't get drawn too much into the outside world because that's not going to solve things. It's this you don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. So you can't fix it out here, you fix it here and then or you change it here. There's no fixing needed. You change things here and then you see your world change too. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, love 1234. So many blessings to you and your mamacita. All right. And then Empress Beauty, you are up. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. And you wanted to know here, how does D, the Leo, whoops, feel about distance, about our distance, no communication. All right, let's take a look here. See what's going on with the Leo. All right. Okay. What do we got going on here? Okay. Yep, your underlying energies here, you have the Sage, the Hierophant, which is about, I feel like they've been kind of spawned. That's a weird word, but sparked to really question what is it truly that they want in life, what's the capital T truth, who do they want to be, who do they want to be with, how do they want things to unfold, etc. And we've got here the Innocence of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Moon card, which is the unseen and the unknown. Combination of these two kind of feel like Empress Beauty, that they're like looking for, if there's distance between you. With the Moon card is like what's hidden, what's unknown. Page of Cups, a new love, that I don't feel like they're good with long distance, and I feel like they might be kind of drawn to trying to find this comfort, this Mother Luna energy. I feel like they need it close by, kind of, what's coming in there. You know what I'm saying? And because we've got the Justice card, which is again, this Ace of Swords is about trying to find clarity around things, the balancing of their head and their heart, Libra energy coming in. They got the Devil card, which is also the shakiness, rattling of their cage, like two major arcana. So far, three major arcana. Actually, with the Sage, four major arcana. And then with this one, Death and Rebirth um, coming into, and the Seven of Pentacles is, you know, all of this, it just feels like they're seeing the fruit of it all. And I feel like they're just kind of questioning what they are wanting to do. Um, So I don't feel like they do well with distance. They need, like, not that they have an out of sight, out of mind kind of mentality, but I feel like it's, you know, they're they're needing presence right in front of them. So with no contact there, I kind of feel like they're kind of moving on, but they don't have like the cojones to be the one to say it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just something to do with not wanting to be the bad guy, but I feel like they were held responsible a lot when they were a child, you know, being blamed for other people's emotions, and they're like, I don't want to be the one responsible for your heartbreak, or this or that, or blah blah blah. And it's like, Does he not know you? You know, like, you don't blame other people for your emotions. You take responsibility and for your own. Um, so, I just feel like they are, in that fear and don't want to. It's like there's guilt in a way, but also they don't wanna have guilt for making you feel bad, and, they're just avoiding it, and I feel like, again, it just feels like when growing up, they kinda had, when there was conflict, they were punished, a lot, and so they kinda were taught to avoid. Like, in fight or flight, they will flee and withdraw instead of fight. And so they have this when it comes to conflict, they will shrink instead of, roar. Like a Leo is taught to roar, but they were taught, you know, it's like a lion who's taught in a circus and they can't get released into the wild because they've been tamed too much. So, yeah, right. So you might have to be the one to go, "Hey, I release you, lion." Because I feel like you're okay with all that, as well. Yeah, because you're ready. Yeah, you even have the on the bottom of the deck, the 8 of wands, boom, boom, zip, 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 here goes the gazelle. The gazelle that can outrun the lion any day. So that's what's coming in Empress Beauty right now. So, uh, many blessings to you again. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. Then Maria, you are up next. A happy birthday again to you. Thank you for your donation. All right. And let's get an update going on here for you. See what we got going on. Hopefully you're doing something amazing for your birthday. I don't know if you checked your the pick a card for Tauruses. You might have already, but just in case, here, whoops, do this here. There we go. Actually, let me get rid of that. There, make it smaller. Um, I put it out there earlier, but there's this. Come on. There it is. There's a 3-month birthday reading for Taurians in this pick a card. So if you want to get like a little forecast for the next 3 months, that's in there too. All right. So let us see what is happening here, Maria. So number one. So did they think of you? All right. Got those and those. Thoughts. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And then what's coming up for the weekend? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Very good. Yeah. If you want to. There's never any pressure, but I thought I would share it just in case. Little extra birthday going on there. All right. I do see they did have thoughts of you today. We got the Knight of Wands, so the movement here of passion. 10 of Pentacles is about the fullness of life, and that does include partnerships and different things, but I feel like they still kind of have this little emotional confusion that's going on. Can see little giraffe as all the stuff where they're not seeing things super clearly, but they've got, there's this passion, and then there's the outside world, and so there's like this little whirlwind of thinking going on, but I just feel like they're not clearly. Yeah, emotional confusion. I mean, just like there's a lot of like a whirlwind of a lot of different emotions, a lot of different things, and it could this could be not specifically towards you either, that just they have got a lot of emotional stuff that's just going around that, it's like you're one of the things flying around this emotional tornado going on in their lives. And I just feel like they've with this movement of ones, this makes sense that they have a lot of activity going on in their life, especially in their outside world. It just feels like trying, and I think we talked about them before, right? This is the person that tries to do too many things, trying to do everything, right? Um, the thoughts of you, though, specifically, because you wanted to know, these are the cards that came out. You got the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, which is, the Ten of Cups is this joyful, brightful thing. And, it's like the feeling you have when you look at all those crystals, how unique and beautiful, and you just feel this energy from that. That's how you're like a walking crystal. And the Three of Pentacles is about this being true to your authentic self and the uniqueness of who you are too. And so their thoughts of you is like that, just yeah, how different you are. Which you're like, yep, I know that. And so there is this, like, wow, that's, it's like an admiration in a way, but I like the thoughts of like, you're just you're not afraid to be yourself. You just express yourself. And I like that. I mean, I feel like they like that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, wow, it's refreshing when someone does that, right? Let's see what's coming for you and him this weekend. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's some communication. You have the Innocence of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and which is like new, fresh communication. The Seven of Swords, there is this realizing what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, our thoughts have cheated us, have deceived us, kept us from being able to have things. And I feel like it's on both sides of here for you, um, because there's you guys are kind of you're not on the same parallel path when it comes to these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, right? Um, for them, but you kind of are in some way too, because the core of all our fears is the fear of rejection, right? And we've all had different experiences that have created these thoughts that make us, feel unworthy sometimes, not good enough, and other people's actions spark things within us. And so you guys are on that parallel path like every other human. But I feel like things that trigger you trigger him differently. Things that trigger him don't trigger you. And so you're learning about yourselves through this experience, whether there's, the kind of contact, and then there's um, I just feel like there's inconsistent contact with them, right? Um, because I feel like there's tempering happening here on the bottom of the deck with the movement of cups, the Knight of Cups. So, it's like things are unfolding, the alchemy goes back and forth. It just feels the emotional movement feels like it's the thing that's going like super, super slow. It's like hasn't even made any progress. Yeah. So I do feel like there is communication that's there, but it's not, you know, it does trigger things, right? And we have the Eight of Swords too, which is about the movement and the realization of those things, the progression from the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like you guys are, there's movement and realization, um, but just be aware of expectations, right? Just be aware of oh, this is what this is going to be, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that. And it's like, just allow them to be and try to go with the flow of things because, um, without putting any, try not to put them in a cage of, well, this is who they need to be and what they have to do and blah 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 blah, right? And so I like it that there's this, progression, but if we try to control it, that's when it moves away. It's like a little rabbit, and they show me this every once in a while with individuals where you're trying to get a rabbit to come and sit in front of you. Any sudden movement of trying to put it in a cage, it takes off, right? Until it gains confidence and then it comes back, right? So if we sit there and we just offer it carrots and let it come closer at its own pace, then it feels not startled, if that makes sense. Not that he's like a little weasel where he's a scaredy cat, but when it comes to sharing emotion, he just had so many, he's careful because of the, you know, experiences of the past that where people were just inconsiderate and just outright mean when he opened and offered his heart and he felt like suckered in. Um, and this goes back to childhood too, and high school and stuff too, where I feel it was. Yeah, yeah. Let them lead to an extent, and but still be yourself in your interactions, and if you want to reach out, you do, but it has to do with your expectations. It's not about your actions, it's about your expectations. Because our energy does go forward like that. It does, you know, gets expressed, right? So if in my mind I'm like, well, I'm going to do this, and they're going to be mine, 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 instead of like, you know what? I'm gonna show gratitude for who they are and go with the flow, right? Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Maria. So, some communication, but I feel like it's going to be slow moving with the emotional side. So just let it go and enjoy yourself as life unfolds, right? But definitely enjoy your birthday. I hope you're doing something special for yourself. Um, and like I said, it's your birthday month. I always say it's my birthday year, so I do what I want. So too funny. All right, so I think that's it for the donations over there. Absolutely, my pleasure, and thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And then Jennifer Simpson, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And wished happy birthday, happy birthday. All right. So you want to know, will you be getting a passing grade on May 13th? All right. Let's find out here what Spirit wants you to know here. I like the bottom of the deck. Studying, Eight of Pentacles, forward progression. So saw that right away. So it's looking good so far. Let's see what the cards say. So will you get a passing grade on the 13th? All right. And what advice do they have? All right. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it looks really good. You got on the bottom of the deck, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords represents higher education and testing, that type of thing. Wheel of Fortune, success. Your human is very much on board on success. And then the cards that came out, you got the Innocence of Wands, Page of Wands, which has to do with, your energy too, how well you do on it. When we focus on our fears or we focus on wanting, we grow those things, we draw that stuff to us. But if you have gratitude for, doing well, and your energy is focused on joy and laughter and unconditional love, higher vibration, that helps us, right? When we're in fear, what that does to our brain, right? It actually knocks out our brain, our intelligent side. We revert to our 2-year-old survival mode with its pet hissing cat mentioning everything in its ear. You don't want them taking your test. You want this brilliant, intelligent, the one who studied, the one wants access to all your memory banks. That's who you want. And so the more joyful and full of gratitude and higher vibrational energies you have as you study, as you go into the test and everything, then you're able to access everything that you've, seen with your eyes, heard, studied, contemplated. You have access to all that. So I like that with the Page of Wands coming in here. Yeah, and here's the Sage. The books, Hierophant, who, I like that. Hierophant is about studying. It's a very grounded energy coming in here too. So the student, the sage, I like that. And the Earth Mother. Yeah. So here's birthing and, um, you know, a positive harvest that comes with that too. So, I mean, boom, boom, boom. Great things coming in. Yeah, and you have the Four of Pentacles, solid foundation in the outside world. Coming back to the Two of Wands, how well you do depends on your energy and where you're focusing it too. So you'll pass, but how well you pass is all dependent upon your energy and what you're focusing on. So I like that. Boom, boom, boom. We like it. So, good stuff. I like that for you, Jennifer. That is what they have for you. So many blessings and enjoy. You're going to enjoy taking the test now. Don't push it. What? What? What'd you say? I'm just kidding. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So I think that's it for my donation. So we're going to zip to the top here. And we'll start with the free readings. If anyone wants theirs prioritized or go deeper, donations of any kind will also allow for that as well. So I'm going to be using for the free readings this Craft Cards Tarot here. So we'll be having that here. Shuffle these up. All right. So let's get into it. Here we got Jean XO. Hello, hello. So, Jean, you want to ask, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you? And the bottom of the deck. All right. So, feelings, next actions, bottom of the deck. You got the Page of Swords coming in here. So, there's going to be some change of thinking. Let me just take a look. Let's see what these other ones are here. So their feelings right now, this Five of Cups, did we get with them before where I kind of feel like they're focused on lower vibrational feelings, like, woe is me, and I'm not getting what I want, and why can't everyone be like me? I want everyone to give me everything I want, like a little pouty in a way. And I feel like this is kind of their go-to of the past. It feels familiar, but I just feel like there's feelings as they're focusing on what's not happening instead of celebrating what is, and they kind of feel that way. It's interesting. Their next actions towards you got the King of Cups, which is the balancing of head and heart, of brain and heart, thought and emotion. So I feel like that their next actions are a bit balanced when it comes to head and heart, which is, not bad, right? But that Page of Swords on the bottom is a change in the way of thinking of things, the way that they're approaching communication. Just feels like it's different. But I don't know. I just feel an odd energy with them. I feel a bit off. And um and I feel like this is their energy, their gene. It just feels like, um yeah, you haven't spoken in quite some time. Oh, he's surprised to see you. Yeah. He definitely feels off with this 5 of cups emotionally. And I feel like they're kind of like when they're by themselves, they kind of go into this lower vibrational emotional energy. But then when they take action, when they're around people, they are able to like bring things into alignment. Like they know that they can snap out of it. But when they're alone, then they kind of just let the balance go and kind of just drift back into lower vibrational emotions. And then it's like they grab the bar and bounce it back out when they are around people, and then they let go, and it keeps on going back. And that's what I feel is going on with this. And so it's interesting. Again, hopefully that makes sense. Because it's like, not that they have a split personality, but they do feel like they, of course, show themselves outwardly to everyone else in a different way. But when they're alone, they're just kind of enjoying feeling this low energy. And I just feel like they're just kind of not wanting to do a whole lot with that independently. But I do feel like there's the communication. This page of swords is about a change in how they communicate with you, whatever that means. It feels very vague and very different. Maybe they'll um, actually reach out to you, with this page of swords. But I almost feel like if you feel comfortable reaching out to them, it might just take someone just to kinda snap them awake, and I think you're the person that can do it. You're like, "Boom." Yeah, exactly, right, right. So that's what's coming in, Gene. Hopefully that makes sense. But if I kind of feel like there's a little bit of maybe you can reach out to them and just if you have their contact information still and just say even if it's just a text and say, "Hey, it was good seeing you. Hope you're doing alright," and leave it just kind of throw a little life preserver out there for them right now, and whatever they do with it's up to them, but I feel like that might just be helpful. Alright, so that's what's coming in, Gene. I don't know what that it's all about. Alright, so many blessings to you, and then Shrawani Nagosi, hello, you just wanted to know, does Yash genuinely love, or is he just passing his time with you, and he has other girlfriends? Alright, let's take a look here and see what we have going on here. We've got here. Let's see, I gotta make these presentable. Well, let's do it like this. We've got the both the World card and the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is an ending of expectations, exhausted trying to be someone that they're not, and trying to live up to other people's desires. And the World card is an ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure, free of expectations, free of things. So I don't feel genuine like love that's there. And I feel like something's about to switch and something's about to change anyway with all of this. I don't feel like they necessarily have like another girlfriend. I just feel like with all of this that they're not like it's like they don't feel like they're comfortable. It's like a lion that feels caged, and they want freedom just to be able to be themselves, not necessarily that they want a specific other person or anything. I just don't feel like they feel comfortable feeling owned or trapped or whatever, and this could be to have nothing to do with you. It has to do with all of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are up in their head. That's that 10 of swords. And they're like, I just don't want this anymore. I don't want to feel like I could disappoint or let someone down or not be enough or whatever. I just want to be able to just be me and flow. This is the kind of energy that's coming through. So, and don't know, love, I don't feel like they have a ton of love for themselves. So, how can they give you something they don't have for themselves? They can't. They can only give you what they have, and they've given it, and they feel like it doesn't measure up to what you deserve and what you want, at least in their head, what they think you want. They're like, I can't give that to you because I barely have this much for myself. And you want this, but all I have to offer is this. Then they're kind of wanting to, be free from that fear of disappointing and not being enough. It's like what our human side, none of us want to feel that way, right? But that's kind of what's coming in with that. So hopefully that sheds a little bit of light on the situation there, Shorwani. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Dollface Diva, you are up. Oh, to your message from January, Gene. Well, well, that has been 4 months. Time for another one, right? Send another message and say, hey, and then, you know. All right. So Dollface Diva, general for the weekend. That's my answer to him. So what do we have here? What's coming up here? All right. So you've got the Empress card, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, new birth, a lot of emotion. The Empress rolls over all four queens, and every queen gets cups. Queen of Cups gets 2 cups. That's 5 parts cups and water, 1 part air, 1 part earth, 1 part fire. So it's a lot of emotion coming up this weekend. The 7 of Cups is a lot of emotional opportunities, a lot of emotions arising. And we have Cancer Moon this weekend too, which makes sense. But I just feel like there's a lot of emotion bubbling up to the surface. So making sure you're caring for you and getting out into nature if you can safely, it helps rebalance you. It helps really allows you to, get a good anchor on your emotions and allows creativity to kind of come through too with this Empress card. There's a lot of creativity. But, at 7 of Cups, I just feel like there's a lot of drama around you. And it's like, just manage your emotions. Don't feel like you have to solve all this drama or invest emotional energy in. Just I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna go read a book. I'm gonna go get a cup of tea, whatever it might be. Step away from the drama and manage your emotions. I feel is what spirit is really just having you do. You don't have to worry about being mama diva to any group of friends or anyone else. Let them all figure it out themselves this weekend. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh, what will your mom's reaction be when she sees you tomorrow? All right. Let's take a look here. How's mama going to react? All right. Page of Pentacles is, it's there. The Temperance card is balance and patience and very temperamented. Like, oh, hi, how are you? And you're like, it's like it's this feeling of what I'm picturing is me walking up and going, like, surprising my mom. Hi, and, oh, hi. What are you doing here? Not like they're not, but they're it's like the shock, or not shock, but it's just there, and it feels like, where's the excitement that I was hoping I would have? But whatever's going on with her, it has little to do with you and more about what's going on with her, and she's very distracted with what's happening in her life. So try not to take it personally. She is, you know, glad to see you. I just don't feel like she's going to be, it's almost going to seem kind of just stagnant. The response just feels like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And you're like, wow, you don't feel like the, "Hey, come here, blah 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 blah." It's just like, "Hey, how are you?" And it just feels empty a little bit, but it's not about you though. So just know that they have got a lot going on, and they're in kind of like, they're reminding me, like, when I get into my Capricorn rising task mode, emotions are gone. I'm all about getting this stuff done. And I feel like you enter with her in task mode where she's like, "Hey, how are you? Yeah, I need to get this done. All right, what's going on? Hey, good to see you. I need to do this." It's that kind of energy. And so it's not about you, it's about her in task mode. So it's funny. All right, but that's what's coming in for you, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. And then Mika Khan, will you get the job at Buddha? Buda. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, I do feel here you got the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So, the Queen of Pentacles is abundance, birthing, the Four of Pentacles, solid foundation, the outside world. King of Swords is like the energy of someone who's a master of communication, of higher thinking, and things like that. So I like that kind of energy coming in here because I feel like um, that if there's a test you have to take or your interview, whatever, that you did well on communicating during it. And so with all those, I feel like that is a yes, that you do get a job offer at BUDA. All right. So that's what's coming in there for you. And then JJJ, you would like some guidance. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now regarding what you're looking for guidance? Yeah, you've got the Four of Cups, emotional stability, the Knight of Cups with emotional movement too in this questing. The guidance with that comes in with these cards here. I mean, here comes the Knight of Cups offering or in questing after this Ace of Cups that's being offered to you. You can see how bored they are with the Three Cups, the regular emotions of the outside world. And the guidance that comes in here is regarding, if this is regarding love, which with two cups, it kind of is pointing me in that direction. That it's, when we're searching for love in the outside world, we are bored with the Three Cups of the outside world, relationships, situations, and things, looking for our emotional fulfillment out there. We're anything that fills us up, if it fills us up at all, doesn't fill us up for long. And then we're, disappointed, we feel empty. Well, this Knight of Cups is on this quest for the Ace of Cups, which is truly searching for this Ace of Cups that's being offered. It's the Holy Grail. It's self-love. And so the guidance is, the answer to every question is unconditional love. And we find unconditional love not out here, but inward and upward. Then we find that, and then we fill up and overflows, and it changes the aspect of how we perceive love in the outside world. Instead of something that falls short, it's above and beyond extra because we're being filled from the inside out. So the answer to every question is unconditional love. It's what we're searching for. We don't usually find it out in the outside world unless there's an enlightened master somewhere we bump into. Otherwise, very rarely do we find unconditional love anywhere consistently in the outside world. But when we turn inward and upward, we're like, there it is. Then we fill up and overflow it. What people are able to give us in the outside world then is just put on top, which is above and beyond extra. So in searching for love, we're not going to find it out yonder. We're going to find it in here, and that transforms things. So hopefully that helps with the guidance that you were looking for there. But really, that's the answer to everyone's question. So we're all done for tonight, everybody. That applies to everyone. Have a good night. I'm just kidding. But it really is true. That is the answer to every question. It's amazing. Let me take a sip here. All right. Christy Akana. Hello, hello. So let's take a look here. You like a general reading. Let's see what we have going on here. All right. That one into that one. I like how even though you got one night, you really got two. What with the Six of Wands, even though they're on a horse here. It's not the Knight of Wands, but it is about victory, and it is about being raised up and seen higher, and being moved to like a higher prominence, if that makes sense. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. So, it's a matter of time. It's like there is a message of it's worth the wait, that the victory will come um, sooner than you think, but it is taking time because that's like the Knight of Pentacles. It's like this, this horse comes before this horse. And so this is like when we think it's going to, let me see, this is when we think it's going to happen. It actually happens earlier. And you do have the victory. It is a positive outcome that comes from this. Just realize you're being seen and supported too by the spirit world. We look at the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of people that are off of horses with banners, and they are your hoorah, rah, rah, your cheerleaders on the other side that see you and support you, and you're not at it, you're not going at it alone. So, um, you know, um, I like that kind of energy that's coming in there for you. So it's worth the wait. Things are going to unfold. You're going to be victorious. It's going to end up being solved sooner, or the answers come sooner than you thought, or the victory or the harvest comes sooner than you, but it is taking time. So that's the overall message. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. So we had that one. We answered those. Right. And then just blessings. So shout out to one of our YouTube channel membership winners, Just Blessings. Congratulations on winning one of the Zen Cricket uh, monthly memberships. So you have a free membership and access for a month. And then what does Scorpio feel now after you spoke? All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I was going to say a little stingy with this Five of Swords, is this conflict between their head and their heart. Ten of Pentacles is about relationship, abundance of the outside world. But this Five of Swords is about this conflicted, right? Their head is saying one thing and the heart is saying another. And it's usually the heart is like, yeah, 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 me, I want. And the brain is the one going, no, 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 can't have that. We don't want to do that. That's dangerous. No, And so I feel like after you guys spoke, that their heart is like, wow, I could see us, could see the future and how we could be together and how it would be this and this and or they see the benefit or the harvest from it all. Look, 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 look. And the brain's all, we've been down this road before. You always leap before you look, and we always end up getting hurt, in trouble. No. And they have them on a leash and they're pulling them back. So they are, they have this inner conflict around that. But their heart is activated, just the brain is trying to keep the heart balanced and contained with all of that. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in there for me right now with that. So many blessings to you. All right. And we took care of that one. Okay, we did that one. All right. Making our way down the list here. Okay, very good. Glad that resonates. Just blessings. All right. And then BRV fan 2012, you are up. So will your guy, who is your BFF, ever have romantic feelings for you? All right. Let's take a look here. Based on current energies, will they ever? You know, the Six of Swords is a movement of thought and belief and mindset from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like, it's more movement of the thought. Maybe they're more of an air sign because I think it's more that they're thinking about you changes and feelings change could change later. The Emperor is, it's there's a possibility, but the Emperor is all about needing to make a choice, like they have to choose of what they really want in their life and then make a plan and go for it. And I feel like they're, uh still trying to figure themselves out, if that makes sense. Still trying to figure out what do I want in my life? Because with this Emperor energy, I'm not feeling like they're have put a plan into action and they're doing anything. I feel like they're just doing a lot of thinking, a lot of trying to figure stuff out, trying to determine what is it that I don't or do want or don't want, and blah 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 blah. A lot of advisors telling them about their life, and they're just feeling overwhelmed by a lot of decision making. But I feel like their thinking is changing, and whereas before there might have been like, well, no, I don't want to ruin this, but I feel like their mind is changing. They're letting go of some fears of, because that's what happens, right? The fear is if I used to tell people, you can be my friend for life or my partner or boyfriend girlfriend or whatever for a short period of time. What would you like? And that's the fear that's there, is I might lose one of my best friends, or my best friend if something happens and it doesn't end up and it ruins it. That's the fear, right? But I feel like that's what's they're working through. But still, their life still feels like it needs a lot of clarity on what they're wanting, in their lives. So if that makes sense. But that's what's coming in. BRV fan. So, you know, um, you just kind of have to see how things unfold with all of that, right? It's like, I wonder what they're thinking. Maybe you can, how can you help them make decisions in their life, right? Get them a book on how to organize your life. Here, I don't know. All right, but that's what's coming in, BR fan. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Scott Ross, you are up. So you'd love reading on your connection with your Capricorn. You're a Taurus. All right. Let's take a look here. So you guys got your earth energy going on, right? But you're still very different. But at least you have that groundedness there. So there's a lot of emotion here with the Queen of Cups. She rolls over cups. All the queens are given a second portion of cups. So she's the master of emotion. And there's a lot bubbling below the surface. There is this Three of Swords' fear of heartbreak, of being disappointed and being disappointing to others. And so, there is this, you know, great emotion that's flooded there, but there's a lot below the surface that has it doesn't have to do with you guys and your interactions with the other. It has to do with past interactions with others that are bubbling below the surface, these charged emotions that are flowing down there, the mysterious sea monsters below the emotional surface, right? And so there is this, I like this energy that's there. There's a lot of emotion flowing, but it's the echoes of the past of the sea monster that's not there anymore. But there's the thinking that what if we awaken the sea monster again? And so there's like a hesitancy, not walking on eggshells, but walking very gently with the heart right now because of all that. So it's a positive sign, I feel, in that, they wouldn't care and they wouldn't be concerned about it if they don't think that the emotions would run that deep where the sea monster was before. If it's just shallow, they wouldn't care, but I feel like their emotions are really diving deeper and deeper and they're like, "Ooh, we're getting close to the territory where the sea monster came out." So hopefully that makes sense, God, when that's what's coming in there is, just some great emotion, but also some concerns around all that. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. Right, we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. Very good. Thank you, BRV fan. I like it. All right. And then Day Sturgis, you're up. You wanted a general reading. Let's see what we got going on with you. All right. Well, you definitely have a lot of fire happening here. You've got the Six of Wands, which is, victory and recognition, and the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of communication, a lot of flowing energy coming in here. So they're very balanced energies, though, with the sixes and the eights, because you got three on each side, four on each side. So there's a good flow of energy. And I just feel like you're about to make some leaps forward on some things and to celebrate. I feel like they're saying celebrate your successes, celebrate the progress. Don't wait until, this way out here, this, thing has to happen and be in order, then I can be happy. Then be happy now. Have joy. Celebrate each step along the way and celebrate the progress. It's an important piece. Yeah. Even got the nine, seven, eight, and nine. Or sorry, you had the six, the eight, the nine, you know, perseverance, just you'll keep going, things will continue to move, but celebrate along the way. That's what helps keeping things flowing too. Because the more you celebrate, the more you're grateful for what's happening, and then the universe helps you have more of that. If we wait, then we actually push off celebration further and further because we're not amplifying it with gratitude as it happens, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you in this moment for that. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroop Babi, you wanted CH's feelings for you. Let's take a look here and see what their feelings are here. All right. Well, I feel like there's this block that's happening here. You got the Nine of Wands in this case with the Devil card. There's this, questioning of their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets of things that, have been flowing and going. We have the Eight of Wands to wanted to be seen and to be brought out here, which is passion. So there's attraction, physical or energetic attraction. But this Nine of Wands is like a block, and the Devil card is like they're questioning, who do I want to be? What do I want to be? Da, 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 da. They have all this trying to figure their life out and who they are and questioning some long held beliefs that, are causing a ruckus on in here. And so even though they want to express themselves passionately, there's still this wall up with this 9 of wands, and it's not romance, it's not like love, it's attraction that's being activated, but they're still trying to figure things out. And that's why emotions are kind of like shut down, because it's like you don't work on something electrical while the electricity is connected. The electricity is disconnected, which the heart's disconnected. Their passion's still active, but the heart emotion center is kind of offline while they're working through some things, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on with them right now. So mainly passion, not so much emotion, but it's because they're doing a lot of inner work, if that makes sense. Right? So many blessings to you. All right. And I do have a couple of donations that came in. So I'm going to jump down to those and then we will go back to the free readings. So I'm going to go back to the Naked Heart Tarot. So thank you, Just Blessings, for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like and celebrate your fifth super on the live stream. So thank you for letting me be in one of those. All right. All right. Oh, BRV fan. Oh, Gemini. Well, there you go. So he has an air sign, and yeah, those families, I swear. All right. So just blessings. Let's take a look here. You want to know a general love reading and how will you know your person? All right, let's take a look here. And we'll do a general love. And thank you so much for your donation. If I didn't say that, even if I did say it, thank you again. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. So the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess card coming in here. High Priestess, of course, really having this this knowingness. I feel like they're saying that you're gonna know when you meet them. You're just gonna, which tells me, and we'll see what the cards are that came out here, but I feel like you're probably going to have strong past life connections where you meet them. You're going to be like, "Whoa, who are you?" And they're going to be like, "Whoa, who are you?" Like, I think I know you from somewhere. You got the Devil card on the bottom of the deck here, which is Capricorn Saturn energy. So I feel like Capricorn is what jumped out with me there. And you do have, here's the Queen of Cups, which is one of my indicators. These three are on the bottom of the deck, is one of my indicators of deep emotion below the surface. And even with that High Priestess, that's confirmation of that too, of past life connection. That's how you're going to know who they are, because it's like I usually joke that you're like, um, with this significant past life connection energy that comes in, it's like, wow, you've got this, you're at an event that has dimmed lights, and this person's glowing. A rainbow, is, you know, coming in, and they're the pot of gold at the end of it. You're just like, wow, I wonder if that's them. You're like, there's not gonna be any doubt. So I love that, because then you're gonna be like, boom, and they're gonna feel that same way too, because of these past life connections, these past life emotions that come up. So let's see what these other cards are coming in here. Wow, 3 major arcana. So you've got this, the Wheel of Fortune. We like seeing that when we're talking about relationships, because this is whatever unfolds is for us. But sometimes our human is like, how is that for me? But when it comes to this, there is this energy of even our human is on board with what's unfolding. So it's like, wow, you're definitely going to be very pleased. And I feel like this is life changing. 3 major arcana coming out all together. And then you had 2 major arcana on the bottom of the deck. It is significant for you. You have the Hermit card here, and you have the Chariot as well, which is movement and choice that comes in here. And I feel like the Hermit and the Chariot card are, what brings this about here, the Wheel of Fortune behind it. It's like this, um, if you've been kind of feeling like closed off, or kind of you enjoy being by yourself and you haven't really felt the desire to be out and things. This Chariot card is, it's time to get out, get out, and get out into your life and live your life. Like, finding love is not a hobby. It's live your passion. And I like this about, they're saying get out and do the things that you love, because that's where you guys bump into each other, is you both are doing something that you love, and it happens to be the same thing, and you have that commonality. Then you find out you both also like to do something else the same, and then you make plans to go do that, and then you find out there's something else you guys have in common that you like to do. And it's these commonalities and living your passions that allows this passion to ignite between the two of you. So let's take a look here. Let me see what we've got. These other cards that came in. Yeah, yeah. So, we've got the 7 of Pentacles. That's kind of reiterating um the message that's coming in here, because the 7 of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit we've been waiting. And that Hermit card in that 7 of Pentacles is like, you've been waiting, you kind of been hanging out. But now it's with the 6 of Wands, it's time for movement. It's time for heading forward and going forward, right? And this is victory. It is movement. This horse has movement. And we've got the Earth Mother, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. This is that living the passions. This is expressing your creativity, getting out there and showing that, because that's what has those three. So these are three things. The bottom of the deck was like this, which, I mean, not the bottom of the deck, but the card that was below them is the 10 of Pentacles, the relationship card, one of the relationship cards. So I definitely feel like there's this, energy that's coming in here, about, it's important for you to, you've been patient, you've been waiting, but you can't, like, they're not going to show up at your house. It's time for you to go out and live your passions, especially when it comes to creativity. Like if you enjoy painting or clay, or even if it's, walking, hiking, whatever it is, there's these things that you love to do. It's getting out and doing those things. And boom, you bump into each other. And or you end up being next to each other while you're painting, and there he's like, "Wow, how are you doing that?" And you're like, "Well, if you do this, you blah blah blah." And you're like, "But how are you doing that?" And they're like, "Well, you do." And you like learn from each other, and you admire what each other are doing, and it's just you start talking, and then that's where this unfolds. So I like this, for you here. And that's the important thing there. But definitely you will spot them, and you guys are just going to be like, I mean, literally, you might even just ask each other, "You look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?" And they joke, "That's usually my pickup line." Ha ha ha. And you're like, ha ha ha. No, but seriously. And he goes, "I know, right? I do. I was going to ask you that, but I thought that would totally sound like a pickup line. But where'd you grow up? No, I don't know him there. Where'd you go to school? No, me, I went to school here. No. Where'd you work? Blah, blah, blah. No, nothing there. And you discover that there's no way that you guys know each other or had seen each other. But then, it's like, well, do you believe in past lives? Like, I do. Like, maybe we knew each other in a past life, and you're like, I kind of feel like we have. And I just feel like it just grows from there. So that's what's coming in, just blessings. I like it. All right. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then Brenda, thank you for your sticker. Is that a banana peel? Whoosh. All right. You want to know how's Billy? Well, I'm not going to try to murder his last name. Towards you. It's an ex from the past. You loved him, and he knows. Oh, texting each other here and there. All right, let's take a look here and see what's their current energy towards you. Those three, that one. All right. All right. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the movement of cups, which is this, um, it's the romantic, with that and a movement of energy. Um, so I see that. So they definitely have that below the surface. They do have emotion for you. But we got the two of pentacles and the two of wands, and I'm feeling like they're kind of in this, energy of, I don't know, choice. Not the right, it's not a good timing with this two of pentacles, because of the, it's like it needs to be turned over there, um and I just feel like it kind of goes back and forth, but has a lot to do with timing, that things wouldn't progress right now with timing. But I feel like there, with that two of wands, there is that attraction, of course, as always, right? Well, who wouldn't be attracted? But but they have that there. Let's see what else comes in here too. All right. Yeah, wow, look at this. Three sevens. A lot of obstacles in the way between the two of you headed into something here. I mean, you got the timing with the seven of pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on a fruit tree, is the fruit. Takes a long time. We've got the seven of swords, which is, beliefs of deceit, of, um, what of our own thoughts and beliefs have cheated us out of things, and maybe have had us, be that, having been deceived and deceived others. And the seven of wands, which is all about, shining bright, not wanting to be something that they're not, and, that kind of energy that's there. We've got the three of wands, which was a change of direction, and the judgment card, which is a calling to a higher place as well. And I feel like with the combination of all these coming in, this is really spirit saying we're the ones that have put the obstacles up in the physical world with timing, the mental world, the passionate world. It's like, because there's something more in store for you. So I just feel like that, they do have some emotion there, but I feel like there's so many blocks that are created in between the two of you, on purpose. And it's your higher selves that have put those in place, because it's not something currently that is designed to move forward again. It's just something from the past. So that's what's coming in, Brenda. I know a lot, right? Blah, blah, blah. All right. But thank you for your donation and your banana peel. Could have shared the banana. That's okay. I already had an orange and an avocado in between sessions. So uh, I'm eating good until I get until this evening, and then I'm going to eat unhealthy. All right. Anyway, many blessings to you. And Nova, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. And thank you for your multiple donations here. So let's jump in and let me see here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, BV fan. You and just to make sure, I'm sorry, BRV fan. You made a donation. I don't know if that was that a thank you for your reading, or if you have another question, let me know that too. So thank you for that. All right. So Nova, super Nova. Let's give these a good shuffle and let's take a look here. You want to know, what is the path you walk on, and what do your guides say on it? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. So thank you for the sticker. being very inventive there. So let's take a look and see what path and what did they say. Anything else on the bottom one? Oh, the bottom one is the hidden thing that you don't know about. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. So there's this the path that you're on, you know, you're at a crossroads that's coming up here on the path here. And, because you've got the 3 of Wands, which is also, again, I think I got something like this earlier with the 3 of Wands, which is like, don't be afraid to be able to change directions. And, the 2 of Swords, you can see how like one has a moon on it and the other one doesn't. One's like the heart, one's like the head, and the 2 of Swords, especially with this 3 of Wands coming in, is this energy of oh, it said, "Oh, yeah." I thought you said, "Oy vey." I go, "When did you become a Jewish grandmother?" But there's this, okay, my head says one thing, my heart says another, and, this is the close your eyes and open your heart when you make decisions and be okay with changing directions. When your mind said, "No, no, 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 no," no," and your heart goes, but," and it's like, follow your butt, in that direction. Don't let things, you've got the 9 of wands on the bottom. Don't let, anything block you. Um, Allow yourself to flow, follow your heart. Don't get caught up in your head because you even have the 2 of cups, which is, again, your connection with your higher self and allowing your heart, your high heart and your human heart to meld together and follow that heart. The thing that's unknown and unseen here is that you got the Ace of Cups coming in here, which is all about, um, your higher love, the higher love, your higher heart. And the thing that's hidden, I feel, is that's being revealed more and more and more is your high heart. You feel it. I loved I watched a video today, yesterday, that they were channeling this collective from a you know from the ethereal, and when they were saying they consider the heart the brain of the soul, which is really interesting when you really think about it. It's like, yeah, because that's how we feel, that's how we exist, that's how we connect with the soul. And I feel like this is a big piece of this coming in here for you, when we're asking, what is the path you walk on? Well, the path you walk on is a fine-tuned path between the head and the heart. And what do your guides say on it is they're like, close your eyes and open your eyes to your heart, you know, and allow your heart to definitely have a seat at the table, but um sink, this is what I feel like they're saying is sink deep within your heart and connect higher to it's like the depths. When we go deep into the heart, we're not going down, we're actually going inward, and it's like, go inward into your heart, go inward into your heart, go inward into your heart. And it's like, oh, I don't go too deep. But it's like when they say you dig a hole so deep you end up in China. That's kind of what they're saying too. When you dig deep into your heart, you connect to the ethereal in deeper and deeper ways. So you can't go too deep into your heart. And I feel like this is the path of, and it was earlier, the spirit came through to say too that the answer to every question upon the planet is unconditional love. We find that by diving deep in here. So I feel like that's what they want you to know with that there. So many blessings for that. I like that. And then, of course, how could a day go by without a poop emoticon? So, thank you for that. And question 2, what do your guides say on living your passion and following your dreams? All right, let's take a look here. All right. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. The bottom of the deck, the 3 of Wands. So they say that when you're following your dreams, don't be afraid to change directions if you want. We got 2, 2, and 2. Let's see what these are here. All right. So, living your passion, we got the 9 of Pentacles, which is about this feeling of solidity of with the outside world, this independence, and the 5 of Cups. I like that they're saying here because the 9 of Pentacles is kind of like a hermit card, but this is spirit, represents spirit, showing up as a pink flamingo. And the 5 of Cups, which is the transformation of your emotions. And the 5 of Cups, of course, is one of your big cards that talks about your dream, right? Duh. Which is about movement of uh emotional energy from a lower vibration to a higher vibration, right? There's all this zip, 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 zip. So we have that, energy. Yeah, 222 for question 2. Synchronistic. So I like this that, part of, living your passion and following your dreams is your alone time and your journaling and your documentation of transforming your lower vibration emotions to higher and capturing that because that's so much of your dream is sharing that with other people, how they can do that, right? And how that unfolds. Yeah, and the 4 of Cups. So here's the, emotional stability and this tower, the striking, the removing of things out of our life that and keeping emotional stability through change and as things are removed out of our life, knowing that things are moved out of our life on purpose for a purpose, and that as sudden change comes, as things are suddenly moved, and it's like take a deep breath and try to stay emotionally stable through those because they do come, and I like that. It's again the kind of like this, had Kurt had mentioned about going into life with eyes wide open, knowing that it's all about being flexible. It's being he's they're saying, "Be like a reed in the wind, and you bend with the wind, otherwise you'll snap." And they're saying, "Yeah, this is important to as you go into it about that, right? About bending and allowing yourself to stay emotionally stable as change happens." You're just like, "Yeah, it's all cool. It's all cool." You know, yeah, you journal so much. I feel like they're supporting that, saying, yeah, it's part of, the plan. The journals are what you will be going back to and uh, for sure there. Yeah. And here we go. We've got here's the star card, which is the dreams come true card. And the 7 of Swords is about, you know, allowing yourself to become aware of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that stolen in the past, right? Your deceptive, cheating thoughts that haven't allowed you to move towards your dreams in the past because of the beliefs of self, right? And guaranteed they watch you while you're never ever alone. They're always supporting and always being there, for you. So they're always there. But this clarity that comes in and understanding, what it is that um, has stood before you, has deceived you in the past, and those thoughts and beliefs that keep you from seeing yourself as this bright light in the dark sky that can help others. It's like it you might have trouble seeing that that's the kind of impact that you can have, that you will help people, and you're gonna have people that are gonna tell you, "Oh my god, I was gonna kill myself until I listened to that song of yours." And you're gonna be like, "What?" And it's gonna be but, I mean, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. It feels like, "Wow, I never thought I would make a difference," but you will, and I feel like it's you questioning those things. So, I like it. That's what they have for number 2. Not bad for the poop emoticon. And then number 3 for the zzz, your sleeping emoticon. Like, what the hell? So, number 3, living your life. How could you, be like when you're 20 23 expressing your dreams? Um, she's living my truth. Okay, living my life. How could it be like living your truth? All right, let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, what they are showing your early 20s before you hit a quarter of a century old. All right, let's take a look here. So what does your life look like? Of course, the sun, bright light, shining bright, your Leo energy, shining, you were a star, a star, you see a star at night. So, we just had one like you're this bright star in the night sky, the dark night, but the sun shines bright during the day, right? Let's see what else we have here. All right. Yeah. So you have the Spirit of Cups, the King of Cups. So this beautiful balancing of head and heart coming in there. I love that we've left behind, which we just had this card came out, your these feelings, the 7 of Swords, these deceptive thoughts. The full card is that you've started this new adventure free from these fears, free from these old restrictive thoughts and beliefs that are there. And I feel like you've really overcome them and really looked at those things. I mean, you even have the universe card here, which is the last card in the major arcana, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures that comes in. And that's so you've got the ending and the beginning that comes in here significantly. It's this new adventure, and we already knew that. I feel, in our hearts, right? We know that this is the time between 20 and 23 where you're just really expressing yourself. You've got this solid foundation in, the outside world with the 4 of Pentacles, just seeing the solid foundation that's there, the fruit, the all the stuff that's, been unfolding. It just brings in this joy, this celebration, this brightness upon your life. And so you do. I mean, it's like this is you living the dream. This is you, with this transformation, this adventure that just feels like the whole world is full of possibilities. That's what that full card is. It's like the unicorn. It's like anything is possible. I have no restrictions. What do I want to do next? What do I want to express? It's like a little kid, that they haven't been told yet that you can't do something. And so they believe they can, and you do. And I like that sense of adventure, this sense of openness that, is there. So I love that. Expressing your dreams. Yeah. I mean, that's what's all happening there, right? Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I feel like, I mean, because you're going to, I mean, as much as you've grown already and releasing yourself from a lot of limiting beliefs and thoughts and, you know, um, caring what people think and just really stepping out and being you and expressing you, just, the next year and a half or ish that you're going to have is just huge, huge growth. And then it just exponentially grows after that. So I like it for you. Fun, fun, fun. I like it. So that's what they've got for you. So excited. I'm looking forward to your moments as you grow. I'm never gonna say, I'm gonna look forward to the day where I'll go, remember when she used to come into our chat room when she had time and she, did all this. And now, you know, you have to make an appointment to see her. I like it. So many blessings to you, my dear. Supernova. That's funny. Yeah, it's like the star in the sky, the supernova. That's the dream card. All right. And then Daisy, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. Let's give you some love and a like there. And you want to know, how would Aditya react if you confess the true feelings towards them? And you said the good news, you got a message back, but he's in a relationship, so you're going to wait it out more. Keep you updated. That's funny. Well, let's take a look here. Well, they're in a relationship. Let's take a look here. Yes, BRFNE, I definitely did get the donations. Thank you so much. Were you wanting to have more readings, or was that like a donation to thank me for the reading? Just if you want to let me know, I really appreciate that. I definitely got it. All right, so let's take a look here, Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. And see if you confessed your true feelings to them now or in the future, how would they respond? Let's take a look. All right. So, we've got here, like, if you waited until, like, they were single, right? There would be this, the movement of attraction with the Knight of Wands. There is both energetic and physical attraction there. Six of Swords would be movement of thought and belief and mindset. So it would move, the way of them approaching and thinking things. And the Eight of Pentacles, that's school too. I feel like that there's this, um, once you've finished your education, if it's like there's this Eight of Pentacles feels like there's this progression, this slowness, but I don't know, with this nine, the eight and the nine of pentacles, even though there's this attraction and there's this movement of thought and mindset between the two of you, I almost feel here with this eight and the nine of pentacles that you have grown and maybe they haven't, because the eight of pentacles does tell me too that there's this energy of, you know we talk about the butterfly, the caterpillars go, hey, let's go into the cocoons and we'll become butterflies, we'll be able to go do stuff. I'm like, yeah. And then you get into the cocoon and you transform and you exit the cocoon and you're like, hey, I'm a butterfly, and why are you still a caterpillar? And they're like, well, I kind of just didn't go into my cocoon. And you're like, well, I can't undo and go back. And are you gonna get into the cocoon to become a butterfly? I'll wait for a little bit. They're like, well, I don't know. I just feel like they're not wanting to transform. They're not wanting to, like, you've been progressing and growing and changing, and you kind of are remembering yourselves as the two of you back when, but you're both, well, you're not who you were back then. I feel like they've changed, as well, but they haven't become a butterfly. And what you, uh, what's more compatible for you is a butterfly, not a caterpillar. It's like one of my emojis that I share every once in a while here, which is one I created for my uh, YouTube channel members, is this one right here, which is a butterfly carrying a caterpillar. And you never see that because they don't. And so I feel like there's this energy that's coming in here of, you know, that they might go, well, hey, we can go, back to where we were, but I don't feel like like if you actually shared it and they actually accepted it, that it would be passionate, but there would be something off about it. And you would end up feeling alone in it. Like you wouldn't feel like this connection like you think you would. So I know. But that's the energy of right now. I feel like you are progressing, they haven't. I feel like they're still kind of just looping in the old ways, but you're not who you were before. And I feel like that would change things. So that's what's coming in. I know. I'm like, oh my gosh, Daisy, I'm so sorry. But that's what I feel is coming in there. So, you know, continue on your path, continue going forward. That's what we have happening. All right. So I've actually reached the end here. Feel like, let me see here. We left off with Rhonda for the free readings. Let me just take a look here. So we had Rhonda, and then Nelia, we had your free question. So we'll grab that one too. Right, we did those. We did those. And then Beza D, we have you. So we'll come back and do that one too. So I have a handful, which I will come back. I'm going to go ahead off and spend some time with my praying mantis members here momentarily. And then Nicolette, I see yours there. Just grabbing screenshots of the ones that I'm going to come back to do. And then Happy Pill, I see you there. So we got Happy Pill, Alphonse, Julie, Minahil. So we got you guys. So I'll grab you guys too. Okay. We did those. We did those. Right. And then Carmel Damon. I see you there. Alice, I see yours there too. Yes, I got a couple going on here. A couple handfuls. Let's see. Daisy. We did that one. Open. Infinity. I see yours there too. We'll grab that one. All right. Yeah. So I think I've got everyone. So I will return. So I'm going to go spend about an hour with my praying mantis members, which would be till about 9 p.m. And then because I just have like maybe less than 10, maybe 10 to do, I'll come back on after that, and it'll just be a small little live that I'll jump on and complete those free readings. So everyone else I did complete in this session. So thank you guys again so much for all the love and all the support, and for all your patience in getting to the readings. And just remember, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you, yes, you, are unconditionally, eternally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your evening or day, wherever you're at in the world. If you want to, I got plenty of stuff on my main page. If you want to check anything out while you're waiting, I'll have pick of cards and monthly readings and all sorts of stuff. But I'll be back in about an hour or so to finish everything out. So take care, everyone. We'll see you soon. Much love. And I would say behave, but let's set reasonable expectations. Just have fun. We'll see you soon. I know I'm a goofball. It's white.